Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. And thank you again for your kind support in the efforts that I'm making to try to keep the Hammond organ and the clones alive and help to continue to bring new generations of players that get excited about this instrument, just like I got very excited the first time I heard a Jimmy Smith album. And back then, we didn't even have YouTube or anything like that to learn from. We just had the vinyl record, and we would put the needle on there and try to play it over and over again to cop a lick or an idea. Sometimes the record grooves would get worn out and scratched. You'd have to buy another record. And sometimes a couple of tricks was to put your hand against the album and slow it down a little bit. Try to cop the lick. It would be in a different key and then transpose it. Imagine today we can not only watch a video, but we could also slow it down and keep the same pitch. That's great. And in my new school, you know that that is possible, just like on YouTube clips. When you're watching a video, you can slow it down and it doesn't change the pitch. And I think right there, that's a great feature that they've added. I've had many of you tell me that the site is overwhelming and confusing, and I get it. It is, because I'm trying to get to you as much information as possible for the future generations. And so let me just explain how the site's broken down, but also ask you that you do me a favor and let me know what you think I can do to make it a better experience. I plan on spending more time on certain sections of this and develop it. And I also would like some feedback. So there's a place inside the group I'll show you where you can do it. Or you could just send me an email at b3monaco@aol.com. That's my forever email. Or Tony Monaco Lessons. That's all one word, plural lessons. Tony Monaco Lessons at gmail.com. Send me an email. And if you have some suggestions or some ideas, or even offer me some help in getting it organized better, please, I'm all ears, because this is for you to preserve this art of mine and the art that I learned from, so that future generations can continue to learn how we played the organ. Um, I look at it as a whole big band instrument, not just one sound for leading and playing bass, but as an orchestra. And that's the way we kind of look at it. So let me just take you over to my site and show you how it's organized now, just to help you understand what's going on. And then I look forward to hearing from you on some suggestions and maybe even offer me some help. You know, I deeply appreciate it. God bless you. All right, here we go. Let me take you over to the site. Okay. So you're looking right now at the site, and as you go in to the site, at the beginning, there'll be videos that you're watching currently, and it'll be telling you what you're watching. You can even highlight certain videos and make them on your list so that you can go back to them. It would be nice in the forums if those of you who find videos that are really helpful to you, that you could list which ones they are so that others might be able to get the same advice. Because admittedly, there's a lot of stuff. Now, I just added this new category a couple of months ago, licks, tricks, and runs. So here, I kind of put down some ideas about licks, and there's a nice long video here. It's 43 minutes about controlling the expression pedal. And I plan on adding to this category because this might be advantageous to you who want to learn some new ideas as far as licks are concerned. Then I added a new section on theory and harmony concepts. So here I try to explain some different theoretical things and harmonic approaches so that you can kind of understand substitutions and things like that. Practice Corner are just ideas of what to practice. And I'll be continuing to add that. Please send me an email or a note inside the forum. We'll look at that again here in a second on what you need, because I'm all ears and willing to do whatever I can to make your experience as an organist better. Here is some concepts about left and right hand. So I call it split keys. So they're just concepts on how to play, some ideas. But I also added some baseline tips recently on my Facebook group, and I'm going to take you there in just a second, because I think if you can join that, it'll be very advantageous, and I'll tell you why. I had a few people ask me some questions about broadcasting, so you can see their categories up on top. So these are some tips about how to do live broadcasting. As you know, I've done a lot of live broadcasting during the pandemic, solo broadcasting, band broadcasting, and also I did a lot of marathons to raise money for different charities. And fortunately, thanks to the help of my students and friends, we've raised over $40,000 for charities that help children. And I'm proud of that because it makes me feel better. My old class, Blues 101 and 102, it's all here. So you could watch the whole DVD series without having to buy that. This was a video I made a few years ago, quite a few years ago now. They're going faster, on how to some concepts about playing blues. Okay? Here's a hand separation class that I have on Saturday. And I teach it every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We have very wonderful students from all around the globe. And there's so many titles to look for. So let me just go to this category and try to explain what I would like to do next. I need some help. Because they're titled by date, it would be nice if I could index the name of these songs so that if you wanted to basically look up a particular song, you would know what date to look up. I don't know if the search engine's that friendly. So I think this is where it gets confusing, because just in this category alone, there's many, many, many classes. And you know what I do on this is I basically explain like a song how to play it and show you some techniques on left-hand bass, right-hand comp, solo ideas. So each one of these is a treasure trove, if it's in the topic, obviously, of what you want. Like here's Mr. Magic and here's all blues. So I can see where this gets confusing, because you got to go in and out to try to look at these. And so I can see where they're kind of hard to find. And the other thing is they're indexed from old to new. So every time I add a new one, you've got to go down to the end of this. I don't know if there's a way to change it, but that would be kind of nice too, right? Because this is all hand separation stuff, from songs to concepts, and I can see a little bit how this is a little difficult. So what I want to do in the future maybe is pull the non-songs things out that are exercises and maybe put them in a little different category. So as you can see, this goes on forever. We're still at 2021, and as we go, it'll go all the way up to last week. So the last ones, here we go. Here we should be coming to the end. There we go. This is January 16th. Here we are. I'm sorry, January the 7th. And right now, as we're speaking, I'm loading up January the 14th. So this goes from oldest to newest. And I saw while I was going through here, because it's overwhelming for me too, believe it or not, to try to give you as much stuff as possible. Sometimes there's some concepts in here that maybe could be recategorized. So I just saw that. That's a good thing. All right. Now, let's go on back to the next category. So this is my Saturday class. By the way, when you join the class, you'll be able to participate And all of these students that you see here, if you ask them, do they benefit by being in this class? And I guarantee you they were going to tell you, yes, they do. So it's a very nice class. Okay, let's keep going, okay? So on to the next category. By the way, there's over 300 and some hours of classes and concepts that I feel for $15 a month, it's well worth just one of those classes each month, because that's what some of these group members pay. So I know it's a difficult thing. There's no magic wand that I can share with you. As an organ player of 55 years now, I'm still in school trying to learn. It's not something you're just going to pick up. And it's not easy. I admit that. That's why I'm still in school. I have a guest artist series, so those of you that are friends of my students and friends group, you know that I feature an artist, usually monthly. And when I do that, there's a workshop and clinic that they hold. And those who pay for the workshops, they get those workshops right here inside the school. So each one of these is guest artists: Midoriono, Pat Bianchi, Brian Charette. So there's so many wonderful. Carrie Frank, Chris Foreman, Gerard Gibbs, Hal Tashida. He's going to be guesting again soon. Linda Dactyl, many of you know her. She's my personal friend. She's helped me quite a bit. Matthew Kaminsky, he's done a few of these. And Mitch Town. And there's Brian Charette again. So these are all the guest artists that appear in my group workshops. And these are little videos that they offer their expertise in things, okay? Here's the all blues group. So these are all blues groups that I've had. And like, there are so many ways to play blues and so many concepts. So if you go back here, it's going all the way back to 2020. So you imagine you've got a bunch of blues classes. So if you want to home in not on tunes, but just on blues, beyond my original course of the blues, which I showed, then here are classes on different types of blues. G blues, I Got My Mojo, The Cat, goes on forever and ever, right? So some advanced blues concepts. I think there's so much to gain from it if you just take the ones that appeal to you and see if you can pick something up. Just like scratching a record, right? Then this is my songs and tunes group. I think there's about 170 hours of different songs. And, you know, each one of these groups goes into different depths, and you'll watch some of these members that started out at the beginning and what they sound like today. You can see drastic improvement, because that's my goal, is to make everybody grow and as a community get better, okay? This is the jam group. We were doing some jam tunes. So I label them different, but they're usually all about tunes, you know, because after you learn the basic concepts of how to make bass lines, how to play chords, you need to learn voicings and tricks. And each one of these I go through songs, and, you know, most songs are written on a trick, you know, and a trick is something that you learn. And the group members help share things that they've learned. So it's a really nice thing. So that covers all of the categories. No, not yet. New additions, that's all the things that I've recently added. So if you want to see everything that's recently be added and not have to jump forward, if you go to new additions, you'll see that. All videos is just a category, so that I put that, you know, it has all of the videos that I have on this whole school. So it's just an easy way to access all the videos without going through categories. This was a nice master class I did with my friend Tim Comiskey on organ and guitar playing together. So that's a very nice series that kind of gives you concepts about how to play with a guitar player, okay? Then I have my DVD performances, like my Part 5, where I do a tribute concert to Jimmy Smith. The video from here was a lot of the stuff that was shot for the movie Killer Bee 3. And here's playing Jazz Hammond Part 2, about playing a live gig. And here's part 4 lessons. There's a lot of exercises right here. If you look at 1999 when it was uploaded, the 5th month, January, February, March, April, May 19th, part 4 lessons. There are so many just practice tips right here. As a matter of fact, this should be copied and put into the practice ideas because there's so much in here. Here was a video that I did about miking Leslie's. So if you're getting ready to do a recording project, I give several different explanations about that. Here's my bass and comp video that many people have purchased throughout the years and given me a lot of positive feedback about it helping. So as you can see, the school has endless supply of data, and it's very valuable. So a lot of people said, well, you refer to manuscripts, but, with this kind of school, I can't upload manuscript for you to read. So I want to give you a suggestion. If you go to facebook.com/groups/Tony's Hang, okay? That's my private Facebook group where I put my students and a lot of great organ player friends together. And in here, I have a place where all of the files that I refer to in the school can be accessed, in addition to all the new stuff that's going on here. All right? So this is kind of like the connection, so to speak. So I'm going to go to the very top, and I want to show you. See this little section right here, Files? So if you just go and request to join, it's a private group, and the reason why I keep it private is so if you post a video about your playing and you're asking questions, it doesn't get thrown all over the internet. It stays right in this nice group, and you get a nice group of people to help you grow, because that's my concept. Nice people growing together. So if you go to this Files section, there are so many lead sheets of organ tunes that some people have loaded up in this category, including all of my original tunes. And of course, as you look at these videos, because my data is overwhelming and there is a lot of stuff, I have all drills and exercises written out that you could download and practice with. So there are so many wonderful drills. All of the stuff that's referred to in my videos that you can't access through the school, they're all here. All of them. Okay? So join it. It's free, it's private, and it's overwhelming data that you can continue to go with. So, one more thing I want to show you about this group here, because not just the videos that are in the school has these files that pertain to it, but if you go down to this topics section on the right here, see topics and see them all, you saw that I have a guest artist section in the school that features these guest artists. Well, during their week, all of the videos and posts that they had about other topics are in here. So you could see Midori Ono's lessons, and here are more lessons that Midori had in this private group to share before she did her clinic. So once again, you've got endless data to get from other people, not just me. So by being a member of my Facebook group, Friends and Students, Tony Monaco Students and Friends, Tony's Hang, however you like to refer to it, there's also all of these guest appearances, as I have different guests once a month that share their knowledge about playing. Okay? And then there's many topics in here. There's Brian Churetz, Matthew Kaminsky, Mitch Town. See? Mitch Town was here last year, and he gave a bunch of great tips about playing. They're all here. So, they're free here. Okay, but the workshops that the students buy to attend, those are in the school. And I put them in there so you can get to know them and also get some really good inside information. So remember to join this if you're a member of my school, or if you're a member of this, you might want to join the school now, because you can see how they're intertwined, and there's so much data for you to learn. So you put them both together, it's only $15 a month. And for $15 a month, you're able to get so much data. So if you look at my home page here, the community home page on this, if you look right up here, here's a little deal for lessons. Here's a little thing for group lessons, and I'll show you where those are now that you may be curious. And here's a 3-day free trial to my school. Okay? So give them a try, please. I really, really appreciate it. Now, one more thing. There's more stuff. I have a YouTube channel, and it's called Tony Monaco Favorites. So I'm going to go to it right now. Okay, my channel. Here's Tony Monaco for Favorites. I have playlists, and they're organized, okay, so that you could see some of my talk shop videos, okay, my play-along samples that you can try out, my private collection of videos that are more educational videos. Okay, so I put a whole bunch of videos in here that are really cool for you to learn by. Look, see, there's a whole bunch of more free stuff here that'll help you learn. So you can kind of see what I'm all about today, and kind of trying to help you see that, you know, maybe if you can take advantage of joining the Facebook hang. Look at this. These are all my live shows that I did during the pandemic and during my marathons raising money for children. All of them. It goes on for hours and hours and hours. And you can learn a lot about playing just watching them, because on my shows that I played solo, there's an overhead camera right there. And I do a lot of teaching when I do these shows. And then, of course, I had some nice group concerts in my home studio here. And then, of course, the marathon. So hours and hours of shows of me performing live, unrehearsed, raw, so to speak. So this is Tony Monaco Favorites. So if you go to YouTube at Tony Monaco Favorites, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I do a live show. You'll get more stuff. Okay, back to the school. Just want to do one more thing. There's a place called forums, and it's a place for people inside the group to communicate, leave me messages, and leave other people messages. So if you can look right here, here's all the threads, okay? Videos. This was before they finally installed the playback speed so that you can actually slow these videos down. We were trying desperately to contact Vimeo here to get it to happen. It finally happened. So this is actually a moot point, because now you can slow down your video. Manuscripts available. Someone's asking if I can get the manuscripts to Blues 101. And my reply was, join Tony's Hang, and you can go download it. So now you know where they are. Okay, so if you're in the school and you're looking for the sheets, I have them. They're all free to go get. And once you join Tony's Hang, you're going to love it there too. You can start sharing with many other people. Okay? There's a section here. What song, video first got you on the Hammond organ? Okay? Here's how to ask me questions. So I think there should be a new category that says, what's your favorite video? So that people can put their favorite video in, and that way others can access which ones are the treasure troves, so to speak, okay? So back to the school. Okay, so remember that there are small categories that I'm starting to add to, and I need your suggestions, please. Some theory and concept, harmony concepts, licks, tricks, and runs. The practice corner. Remember, I told you go to that part 5 or part 4 video lessons in the DVD section of my part 4. because there's a whole lot of great practice stuff there. And all of those manuscripts that you need are in my Tony's Hang private Facebook group. Here's things about split keys, broadcasting questions, okay? Here's my Blues 101 and 102 DVDs, videos. Then, of course, there's all kinds of songs in hand separation. There's my guest artist series, the workshops. All the blues classes that I taught. I had a blues class for a while. Here's my songs and tunes group, okay? Here's the jam group. So they're all kind of like different groups of different people playing. New additions, of course, that's all the new stuff that's been added. All of the videos just so you don't have to go through the categories. So these two here are just to keep you up contemporary instead of going back to the first videos. Then there's this Playing Together video. That's a DVD that I used to sell. I still sell them on my website. And I'll show you real quick before we go how you can get those. Here's those DVDs I was referring to that has part 4 lessons. Tony Monaco Masterclass DVD, Performances and Info. Okay? Then here was my bass and comp video. So all of the figures that are referred to, see Supplement 6, they're going to be in Tony's Hang in the files section. Now, you might have to go find it. I understand. I apologize of the complexity. I'm a musician and a teacher that's constantly working on trying to make the world a better place. And I do this stuff alone. I don't have a secretary because I don't make enough money to have a secretary. I'm a musician, full-time musician, and I think you all know what that's about. But my intentions are to try to help you become a better musician. And I'm a wide open book, man. You can ask me anything. So if you want to buy any of my videos, support me, you can go to my website, b3monaco.com. And on that website, I have a education and video downloads. You can actually buy the downloads, but you can see that these downloads are already loaded up in the school that you're paying $14.99 or $14.99, whatever that price is per month. So I think if you're not learning, there could be a possibility that you're wanting it like handed to you, and that's not going to happen in this world. Nothing happens like that. It takes a lot of practice to learn how to play this instrument, and it's not easy. So if you're frustrated, maybe you might want to consider a few lessons with me. If you go to my lessons page, I offer you a $30 deal just to come take an hour lesson with me. And I can help you. Many people will tell you I can help you just in one lesson getting some things straightened out. Not because I know it all. It's just I got a lot of experience, man. I've been playing my whole life, and I'm still learning. So I'm willing to share this information. And by the way, I've got a whole bunch of deals now because our economy's in a rough place that you can buy. And the more you buy in the package, like buy 2 lessons, they're less than $50 each. They're $45. You just got to take them in a month. If you buy 4 lessons, it's $175, so it's even less. And if you buy 6 lessons, you take them in a 1 quarter, 3 months period, they're even less. It's like buying 6, but you're buying 5, you get 1 free, right? So I always try to offer ways to make it better for you as well. So thank you very much for taking your time. I hope this video helps you guys see what my school, what my Tony's Hang Facebook, what my YouTube channel's got, and of course what my website is if you feel like you want to help me out. I appreciate this. I hope that helps you. I'm looking for somebody to give me a hand in trying to make it even better, because if we can do that together, let's do it, because I need help. God bless you all. Have a great day. Remember, b3monaco@aol.com or tonymonacolessons@gmail.com. Those are my email addresses. Get a hold of me. God bless you. Thank you.